Let's talk about lifting weights. Let's talk about going to the gym. Here's something I was thinking about today as I was going to the gym. Do I size other people up? Yeah, I think everyone does to a certain degree. But here is the right way to do it, is what I'm going to tell you. Here's how I size people up. What I don't do is I think, that guy's fat. Look at that guy. That guy's weak. No. I actually look at people that I want to become more like. So I think, man, that guy's clearly in his late 40s. I'm not even 40 yet. And he looks great. I want to look like him. What is he doing right now? I've actually never seen that exercise before with those weights. And I've done it. I've actually learned many things just by, that's one of the great things about wearing sunglasses in the gym, is that I can kind of inconspicuously kind of watch what someone's doing and learn from them without making a big scene about it and learn from that. So I'm always looking for the people that ultimately are reaching my goals or have already reached them, and I want to become more like them. Because a weak-minded, immature person who wouldn't be mature enough to watch this series on weightlifting would say, well, I like to go there to see who I'm better than, as if it's like social media or something, like you compare yourself to all the people you're better than. No, not at all. Everyone's got their own goals and everyone's starting from somewhere. For me, I look at who do I want to become more like, and actually several times since even since I started working out this year, if I see someone doing something, like I saw a guy last week, it turns out he's the same age as me, 39, and boy, he just has this big old chest, and then comes out to here, and then it just goes straight in versus the slimmest stomach for such a big chest. And I went up and I asked him, I said, hey, I want to know what you're doing. Obviously, you lift heavy weights here, but tell me about what you eat. And so we had this whole conversation. And I think that's good to be able to connect with people and learn from that. So it's a matter of, am I passing judgment? Am I sizing them up? In that way, I am, but that's in a complimentary way. When I can say that's someone I want to become like. It's funny though, I have noticed though, just looking at generalizations there, also at the gym though, I'm 5'9". A lot of guys are my height or shorter. And I think that kind of comes down to being that, another video I recently made, being small but strong, Okay, so I'm not 6 foot, who cares? But if I can be a very lean, muscular 5'9", I'll be happy with that. And that's something I can focus on. I can control that. So I'm happy about that. But it's interesting because I feel like so many guys at the gym are motivated to be there because they're not tall. I can't say that's my motivation is really not about that. It's just, I'm 39, I want my chest to stick out further than my stomach. I don't want to have a dad bod. That's my thing. I can control that, so I want to control it. I want to be the guy who cares enough to do that. Not because of how it looks, but more so the idea of discipline. I want to be the guy who's disciplined and decisive enough to do that. And yes, it'll look better, but ultimately that idea is really what the motivation is for me personally. So as far as sizing people, I've also noticed another thing. Plenty of women go there. They tend to be taller than me. It's like the women who care enough to work out are like 6 feet tall at least, or taller. And I mean, they're killing it just like I am. And all kinds of, they're lifting more weights than I am, granted. But it's interesting because I think there's also a similar complex that if you're a tall female, then you feel kind of insecure, awkward about it. So it's like, well, so what if you're 6 foot tall female, but look at your physique, and then people respect you that much more. So it's like, despite being a tall woman or despite being a man that's not that tall, you can actually have quite an edge and actually really almost use that to your advantage because you stand out in a positive way even more. So that's how I size people up. I think, who do I want to become more like? What am I seeing people do right? That's the thing I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to focus on things that a weaker man would, when I say weak, I mean mentally weak. A weaker man would be annoyed by or bothered by. Ignore all that. What can I focus on that's going to help me? Because being annoyed is a choice, and being annoyed makes you weak. So you focus on what makes you strong. Mentally strong leads to becoming physically strong. It's about that dedication level and that sort of thing. But I think, yeah, there's a lot of distractions. You've got to know, don't size people up on your insecurities. Instead, focus them on other people, on making yourself more secure and reaching your own goals. If you have more to add to that, put it right here.